bloodstream of people, that's what it does, and therefore less likely to spread to someone else when they have contact. Okay? So this is just a schematic of the new diagnosis among foreign-born individuals by region of birth, and we can see that Caribbean Americans, people born of Caribbean descent, are 34% of new HIV diagnosis as Central Americans are, right? But all of these people with new diagnoses, they're all Caribbean America, Caribbean, Central America, and Africa, South America, Asia. These are all brown people, brown and black people who are making up these statistics. This is a picture I pulled off the internet, but it reminds me of my patients. My patients are not a lot of drug addicts. I have women who were infected by their husbands, and they had no idea they were at risk. And when a woman gets infected by her husband and she's a stay-at-home mom and she has no skills to work, she's not going to leave him, right? And she may love him on top of that. So she's not going to leave him, but it puts her in a very uncomfortable position because she has to deal with all of her emotions around this. Talk about forgiveness. Talk about forgiveness. I have learned some of my best lessons about forgiving from my patients. Forgiving people, forgiving women. So, you know, this picture just really reminds me of my people, and I'm sorry, I invited one of my patients to come today who could not make it, but she's always talking about her faith in God. God is good. Her husband did not tell her that he was infected. She got infected when she went home and told him that she had gone with a friend to do the HIV test. They were just hanging out and doing their nails or something, decided to get tested, and she turned out to have the virus. When she went home and told her husband, he beat her up and he moved her out, but it turned out he had infected her. So, you know, these are the stories that you hear. And, you know, I just advise all people to get tested, you know, get tested. We'll talk about that a little later. So, this is by females, New York HIV diagnosis among females by race and ethnicity. Black women lead the way. It doesn't mean that they're more promiscuous than white people. What it means is that we have something wrong in our community, right? There's something wrong. Nobody wants to go out and get the virus. If they knew they were going to get the virus, they would protect themselves. But we need education. We need knowledge. So again, new HIV diagnosis among foreign-born females, Caribbean women. If a woman in New York City is infected with the virus and walks into my office, I already know before I meet her, it's a Caribbean woman. It's out of control. It doesn't mean that Caribbean women are loose. It doesn't mean that Caribbean women have no morals. It means that we lack knowledge and education. New HIV diagnosis. Now I throw this in. This is among men. The men infected in our city are men who have most intimate relationships with men. You understand me? Yes. There's some churches that have issues about the language I use, and I didn't get my language approved. Okay, I can just talk. Where's the pastor? Okay, just talk. Okay, men. Yes, sir.
It's true. We don't have any problem with the language because we detest the whole thing. And we make it very plain.
Okay.
Not hide it behind any skirts here.
Thank you. And I want to commend your church. There's a young lady who was speaking this morning for Sabbath school, and then she sang a song. Is she here? No. Oh, it was beautiful. She talked about people using condoms. That was the first time I heard the word condom used in an Adventist church. I was so happy because we need, pardon? I should come here more often. Now, we're not telling people use condoms, go out and have sex and use condoms. That's not what we're saying. We're saying protect yourself. Remember, HIV is the only disease that hits every aspect of the society. It hits politics, economics, public health, spirituality, religion, everything. Every single thing it impacts. And so And because it's so tied up into behaviors, you cannot have a conversation about HIV without talking about sex and condoms. So I thank you, Mary. But I was really happy this morning. I almost jumped up and started clapping. And she didn't blink when she said it. I was like, wow, this church is very progressive. I was happy. So men who have sex with men, and I tell you, the young people will know this better than many of us with gray hair. Young people are experimenting with their sexuality as early as elementary school. They think it's what they're supposed to do to figure out if they like girls or boys. As early as 3rd grade, they're talking about, I'm just, going to figure this out. I'm just kicking it with my boys. In 3rd grade, this is how kids talk. And, it's alarming to me. So this issue of same-gender sex that happens has become normalized in our society. Are we all aware of this?
Yes.
It has become normalized.
Way of life.
Okay.